Welcome back. I'm back. I hate to have to do this, but we have to do another report tonight. This is the volcano report now. Okay? And I just want you to watch this real quick. Watch how fast this grows right up to these people. They don't even know yet. Just watch as this continues to grow and get closer and closer and closer. It comes over this next ridge, starts creeping towards them. Look how big that is. Look how much lava is flowing out of that. See it crackling over that ridge now? It's coming to get them. And they're just standing there watching it. Alright. Where was the very beginning of this, right? Here. Alright, it went from... Whoops, sorry. It starts out like this. Again, watch this flow. It turns from this, it creeps, gets bigger, fills in all this area, creeps over this ridge right here. And these people are just standing there watching it. Pretty soon you won't be able to stand next to a volcano and watch it like this anymore. Alright? This is very dangerous what they're doing. Especially with that much flow coming out. It's time to get out of there, you guys. You see it coming over this next ridge and starting to flow down the next ridge. It's time to go. Let's see as the camera pulls back how much is flowing out of this whole dome. It's just overflowing with this huge cascade of lava. Alright, and it's just like this huge waterfall. Alright, that was that. Now I want to take you to something I've been looking for a long time. Alright, finally we got it here. Since this gentleman whose video we were just watching, Mr. Geotech, go over there, give him love for his hard work. He is doing so much and working so hard overtime, putting out so many videos. It's hard to keep up with how many volcanoes he's reporting on. So I had to finally dig deep to find this map. And we are going to take a tour of our map. Okay, and what I need to do here, I guess, is I want to try to go in. Come on, camera, let me go in a little bit tighter. I want right about there, so you can see some of these names as I start to go through and read off some of these names. All right, trying to squeeze them all in the frame. First, let me just scroll down real quick just so you can see the legend here. This is oh wait, pull back just it. 427. That was yesterday. Okay, this is early morning of the 428, so it hasn't updated yet, but that was basically current erupting volcanoes as of 427 2023. Red are in eruption. That means in eruption, okay? Red means currently erupting, in eruption mode. The yellow one says minor activity. Keyword activity. It's still active, just not as full eruption. It's in minor activity, but it's still active. Okay, so don't let these yellow ones fool you one bit as well. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll up and get most of the thing in here in one good map. So, sorry, it's going to be tedious, but we got to do it this way. We're going to start from left, going down, go all the way across, okay? First, I'm going to count how many red ones we have, then I'm going to name them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and way down here at the bottom, see it? 27. All in eruption. Okay? Now, we're going to go through and we're going to name all of those now. Starting over here, Popo, okay, Popocatépetl, Santiguito, Fuego, Rincon de la Vieja, okay, Nevada del Ruiz, Reventador, Cotopaxi, and Sangay, all in eruption. Over here we have Stromboli and Etna. Here we have Urta Ale, and we have that one's Ganga, okay. Nyamarucasia or something. Okay, so two of them here in Africa. Then over here we have Semeru, Krakatau, Merapi, Luatello, okay. Ibu and Dukono are active. Sakurajima and Surigajima are active there. We got up here in the peninsula, we got Ebiko, Bizamini, Shivalush, and Klychevskoy. All of those are active. Currently in eruption right now. Okay? Those were all the red ones. Okay? You guys wrapping your brain around this? So, now kind of just to get it all, because now we're going into the yellow ones, all right? This is active, just minor active, okay? We're talking Great Sitkin, Kadame, what's the one? San Miguel, Messiana, Lasado, Laguna del Mar, Villarana. They're hard ones because they're not popular ones. They haven't been all over the news lately. We got Old Dayuna Lagani. I don't know. Forgive me on some of these. It's really small print too. Berenice, Kenya, Manadi, oh man, Murado. Then we have over here, Capadar, Bangana, Ulawen, Maranam, Oaba, AOBA, Oaba, okay. Up here we have oh my gosh, that's a hard one to pronounce. But then we, over here, on the rest of the chain, are two more, the Great Sitkin, okay, I already read those. Okay, so that is a lot of volcanoes. Especially the ones that are red, that are in eruption, okay? I'm going to count all of these total, okay? Got 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44, it looks like 44 active volcanoes right now. And I probably missed one or two because I wasn't counting very accurately. I'm trying to squeeze it in the best I can. Oh, yes, we forgot this one down here. Forgot that one down there. And I believe there's two more down here in Antarctica that aren't being reported, because I heard there was three down here. And this being one of them, but I don't see the other one on the map. This is also just the same map without the names. So we want this one because it's got all the names on it. Alright? So pretty cool map. We'll be using this every once in a while in our reports now. Okay? Because it took me a while to find this. So in the meantime, let's count the red ones one more time. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them right there. 8 right there that are interruption. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and down here is 27, 27 volcanoes that are in eruption as we speak. You know, like, whoa, not this chick. Oh, stop with the freaking ads, man. Ooh, she was not a happy individual in that ad. You know, we got volcanic activity like this going off. Are you kidding me? I just played. My goodness. Alright, this is so important, and these jokers got to stick ads into this. Are you kidding me? Alright, boom. I want to pause it right about there. Right about there. Alright. You saw how this thing bubbled over. Here, let's go to right here where it just really gets over excited. And there we go. And you see how wide of a lava fall this is compared to these people down here. This is huge. This is the core of the earth expanding and shoving lava up through the vents now. Okay. So just a little while ago, in this latest report, probably an hour and a half ago, we were talking about the Schumann. And look what happened. We are currently in a screeching event of the core and the shell screeching. Okay, you can see it. I don't have to pull it too much. Well, here. That's about all you're going to get. But you can see that just as I was saying, we were going to have another screeching event, wasn't I? I saw this first little pulse coming in. I could just tell, all right, here we go again. I know we have this wave that just came in and got absorbed. So here we go with the screeching event. And I wanted to bring this to you before it gets like that. You know what I'm saying? So a heads up today, when you go outside, the shields might be very weak. We have inbound radiation coming in. Oh, this is already tomorrow, or today's now, the 28th. If you look here, we're at the 28th. This is only Stereo A has anything, but you can see two more little objects that come out over here. Right there, okay? I just popped on the wrong one there. I was showing the Schumann. Oh, then I want to come over here and show you how the sun's been reacting, going up and down. Now we're back below the seafloor again, all right? What was the other thing? So, we got the core locking up. We got inbound radiation coming in here. Let me, you see up here the 28th isn't in there yet. I want to go back to the 25th. 5th, yeah, because that's what's coming in today, the 28th. All right, so we're going to take a look at the 25th. This is the 3 days ago that is reaching Earth today. Radiation that you don't want to be out in if our shields are down, okay? And that was the beginning of the slow motion event object that's coming out right there. All right, so we are going to see an uptick in this volcano activity as well and earthquake activity. Then something I did post, whoopsie, let me get this round wedge back in there. I did post just in my community page. Always look in there because I'm constantly posting either music or something in there. Okay, so if I'm not doing a video and you need something in mind to look at, go on the community page. I'm constantly filling that thing. You guys can't keep up with my community page. I just keep going and going and going. So, while we're here, what I wanted to talk about, what I did post in the community page was our earthquake right here. See where my little pointer is right here? Okay, we're going to zoom in on this. Boom. This is our first little bit of energy being scrubbed off. Okay, it's 5.7 energy. It's at a depth of 10. That's the scrubbing off depth. Okay, that's the surface depth. It's downstream in the system from our multi-deep core or deep event. Okay, luckily it's something being scrubbed off at mid 5 range, which I'd love. I'd rather see that than an 8 to 9 in this region right here, okay? So it looks like we may have a relief valve right here that has released some of this pressure. All right, we might be able to back down on a big quake right here now and start seeing more of a 6 range, just like this. This is 5.7. That's almost a 6. Okay, so now I'm talking, we might be able to calm down that some has been relieved. That's not nearly enough. You understand why. But this is a good sign, okay? It's a little bit of hope that it might get distributed out in a mid 5 range, okay? And I will take that. I will eat my shoe, a 9.0 shoe right now, to take this 5.7. All right, I am happy to be wrong sometimes. All right, this isn't 100%. You get me? But it is a good sign. It's the right range. I would much rather see this. Okay, I don't want to see a big quake here. I'm just saying we might. Now, oh boy, this is new. Okay. This has not been added to the equation. I have not looked at this yet. I was just reporting on this. We need to look at this, don't we? Are you guys ready to look at this? 4.2 at a depth of 561. It's not the magnitude, it's the depth. That is another deep quake. This is not energy being scrubbed off from this at all. This is more energy being added to it from underneath. I was just about to say this 5.7 is, it's still good. We are still in hot water in here, okay? I feel that this is not even enough to scrub off what's come up from down here. We now have just north of it, it's not in the same zone. It's not in the same complex, but it is dang close. All this energy, you see this like wedge shape right here coming up, and then boom, boom. All this energy is being shoved into this way. Boom. And on the back side of this, it's going to run down the backside, right? And go into New Zealand. So I'm watching this thing like a hawk tonight, right? And in the meantime, while I'm watching this, I see our first little scrub off right here. That gives us a little hope. I posted that so you guys would see that if you needed to. It's pretty much useless now because I've already covered it now. But the energy has reached to this point already. Okay, it's going to continue down the line. 6.0 energy all along here. 6.0 energy going all the way up here. Okay, let's pray that it stays at this range. Okay. Meanwhile, while these are scrubbing off energy, come on, please. These are scrubbing off energy in that region as well. Okay. These other ones that are right here, these yellow ones that haven't fully erupted, might be next. Do you understand why? These ones right here that are yellow that haven't gone red yet might be next. Do you understand why? Right here, these volcanoes that are right next to our deep quake area. Okay, I can't zoom in on this map, so we'll just do this again. Alright. I'm trying to keep guys on the same page while I roll this, keep this momentum going. So, right where my arrow is, right next to these volcanoes, is where our deep pressure just came up to the surface, or just came up at the, or just happened deep down below. Ugh, excuse me. Hang on, I need something here. All right. So, all our deep pressure has come up to the surface. It's going to rise to the surface in this region, right? Watch for this Oaba, A-O-B-A, Oaba volcano that is supposedly inactive or active but not erupting. Watch for it to go off. This EPI, E-P-I, in Yasur volcano. The Yasur one, it looks active. The EPI one is the other inactive. Look for these two inactive ones to possibly come to life, or these ones right here. Okay. Also, the ones that are here that are already erupting, watch for more eruptions out of them, especially Krakatau. All right, that's right at Java in the other that channel. Okay. Watch out. We're going to have an eruption probably now from something in this area. All right. There's a lot of deep energy coming up in this region, right? And it travels up the system. So, as it travels up the system, we'll see earthquakes getting dropped off along the way and volcanoes going off. So, as it goes up the chain, you will see earthquake, and if you don't see an earthquake, it'll release in the form of volcano. Then it'll skip and do an earthquake, and then catch a volcano, and then move down the line until it has to earthquake again. Then it'll move down the line to the next volcano, and that'll erupt. Then it'll move down the line. You can see how it keeps going. Hi, Crazy Granny. I haven't seen you in a long time, darling. Just saying hi to somebody in the chat, one of my dear friends. There we go. That kind of gives you better color, better reference of this map. So you guys can kind of eyeball it as I report. You can look at different regions and stuff. And over here, we got Stromboli and Etna, okay? That's right there at Italy. Watch out here, you guys. You're going to be seeing activity as it comes down the line, right? Another thing, too, this energy traveling down the line effect, okay? It is more so pronounced now than it was before, back when Dutch was first initially reporting on this effect. And the reason is because underneath this whole, imagine this is all bent. If I could just take this screen like a fisheye and bend it, it's all, this isn't flat, all right? This is a sphere. And pressure comes up from underneath in a circular fashion. Okay, and it pushes out in a circular fashion as well, like big bubbles from underneath rising up to the underside of a bigger bubble. Okay, so that's going to stretch these plates almost apart. They're no longer like subducting under each other, they're actually being pushed up from below now. And when being pushed up from below, where are our weak points? They're on the fracture zones. Therefore, these quakes will follow the fracture zones a lot more now because they are being pressure induced from underneath. And we are following cracks on the eggshell, right? The eggshell is already cracked, okay? It has been the whole time. That's what the faults are, right? That's what volcanoes are. They're perforations in the crack that go down to the egg or the magma material underneath the shell, the crust. Pretty soon, that pressure will build up until it starts come squirting out of almost every volcano. And we heard Mike say they're discovered 19,000. Well, yeah, you're just looking at the ones. You're just looking at the ones at the surface. If there's this many at the surface, and a quarter of the planet, well, 29%, 30% is land. The rest, 70%, is underwater. If you see that much on land, just imagine what's underwater right now. I showed you hot spots from the other maps. Okay? This is a direct result of the energy from the sun coming in, being absorbed by the planet, getting directed to the core heating up, expanding, which heats up and expands the shell. Shell can't expand outward, or it's trying to, and it will continue to try to expand outward and push the magma that's in between it and the crust out of the way until it gets all the magma out. All right? Also, that core is spinning backward compared to the rotation of the crust. That magma underneath used to flow in a circular fashion around the planet like this, with the planet spinning. Now, the planet's spinning like, which way is this? Yeah, the planet's spinning this way. If the sun was over here, okay, where my hand is, say the sun's over here, planet's spinning this way, right? What's I gonna say now? Got lost in my own thing. Now the core would be going the opposite way. It would cause the magma in between the crust and the core to roil and have to be turbulent to catch up, to compensate for the change in direction. And eventually, after being used to flowing this way the whole time, now it's going to have to turn around, and lava is going to have to start flowing this way against the crust. Then the crust is going to fight against it to a certain point and won't be able to, and it'll have to turn and start spinning the other way, this way now. Or, oh my God, I'm so confused right now. But you guys understand the example. I did not explain that thoroughly. Anyways, hopefully you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. And in that meantime, in that transition period between the core and the crust catching up to the core, that roiling is going to cause turbulence in the flow. That turbulence rises to the surface. Add that turbulence to the heat expanding it, and you're going to see an increase in volcanic activity. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news and show you this part of the report too, but it's time we all take, a deep breath and start wrapping our heads around. We got a lot of lava already flowing. This is in eruption. Red ones are in eruption right now. Okay? This map is lighting up. These ones that are in yellow over here, especially, expect them to possibly light up red as well. Okay? And that's what this report is all about. Okay, then there's more. As these things erupt, they spew more ash into the air. Where did it go? Oh, I took it down. Hang on, I gotta open up another instrument real quick. We're going over to Null School, nullschool.net. When it opens up, it's got this little thing. It says Earth Wind map down here or Tokyo. Click on the Earth Wind. Okay. What was I getting to over here though? Oh, the chemicals. The SO2. Please, Lord. Thank you. Turn off the wind. And the pressure that's coming up from underneath is pushing out all this SO2. All right. The SO2 is coming out pretty concentrated in this area right here on the island of Java. Okay, we're going to zoom in on this canal here. This is where Krakatau is. Do you see our pressure right here coming out of this area? This is where Merapi and Krakatau are. They are downstream right now. Okay, you understand? Let me just, there you go. The island of Java. Okay, all right, let's just back out on that. Here's our energy that just made it to here, 5.7, right? Take that down. Go down the line just a little bit. Just a little bit. And we're right at Java, aren't we? Okay? We're going into this canal. Here's the canal, all right? In between the two islands. Then, here's what's left of Krakatau. All right? Remember, it blew up. It was this island right here. All right? And it blew up and sank, and now we have this cone with a little tip and a little tip over here, and now we got this little tip over here. So this thing has grown, changed, done all kinds of things, sank. All right, now it's ready to go. All right, look what's right next to it too. This one. It looks all old and dormant, but everything is, all these are vents to the magma below, right? So even if it has a cap on it, that could be under pressure, that could blow. This is another volcano right next to it. Old, capped off, could blow. All right, these are volcanoes that are in this region, right in that canal. All right, there's some more on this peninsula over here. Okay. Oops, there we go. All right, now, why is my color missing? Oh, because I'm too close in on this map. My bad. All right, let me back out a little bit. If I'm messing up, let me know, guys. So up here we have this already. This is the 4.6. That was yesterday before our big quake, so that doesn't count. Now, something else. We're over here at our deep quake area, right? The volcanoes that were right. Where were we? Right here? Wait. Oh, come on, map. Really? There's Fiji. Yeah, I know Fiji. I've been there. Some place you should go in your lifetime. That's a beautiful spot. That's a true paradise. Wow, look at this circular shape here. It almost looks like the planet rotated from this spot at one time. And that's why we have all these deep quakes here. That is the oddest shape. I never really noticed that until now. Alright, now I'm trying to find these volcanoes. Or the nearest volcanoes. Oh, over here on this island, maybe. Um, okay. This looks all old and dormant, but it's a volcanic island. Sorry, I'm jumping around a little bit. This one, this one, this one, I think might be these other ones that are, no, possibly going off. Where are we here? Let me get another reference from this again. This map right here does not help too much. We're right off the, right in that area. Alright, well, anyways, these volcanoes right in this area that I was trying to look up, these two dormant ones or whatever, not dormant ones, but these other ones that are minorly active, I'm expecting them to probably come to life here. Okay, these three right here, we'll go look, try to look up some of those real quick too. They're right up here. Not that one, but that's a pretty one, isn't it? Where are we here? No, it's got to be a little bit further up here. Maybe the ones on this island. Here we go. That one seems like it's smoking, doesn't it? So, this volcano right here, yeah. See the smoke and everything coming out of it? So there's our active one right there. This one's might blow some more, okay? Nothing coming out of that one. Sorry. Just kind of searching around looking for topographical features that will be a possible conduit of energy escaping. These two right here. We're going around the corner. We got this over here. This one could possibly go or become active. So any volcanoes in this region, let me back out a little bit again so you get reference. So here's our deep quake. We were just up the chain, up in here, looking at these volcanoes all through, and even this area right here. Okay? So all that is very delicate right now, even up through the chain. These ones that are here that are already going off, expect them to go off even more. Japan, dude. Japan, they got their couple going off. They got Sakurajima, they got someone Kawajima. Oh boy. 1, 2. Yeah, apparently just two going off in Japan. And then the other one right here that's dormant, or not dormant, but that is minorly active, will probably come to life. The reason why I say that to these minorly actives because they're already active. They're just not as active. They're minor active. To me, that says it's active. Okay, it may not be pumping out huge explosions, but there's steam coming out, there's earthquakes around it, there's tremors, there's other kinds of signs around these yellow ones of activity, or else they wouldn't be labeled as such. Okay, so I pray that this doesn't happen, but we could possibly see all of these yellow ones now coming online, turning red, especially with the more energy that's coming in, and add new yellow ones and new red ones that aren't on this map yet. Okay, we're about to possibly see a jump in the count number, total, and a jump in the interruption stage. These yellow ones, especially these ones around the region of our big deep quake swarm, are the most susceptible to be going off first. If they don't and they don't relieve that pressure, it will be relieved further on down the system, right? And if it doesn't get relieved there, it will push and push until it finds the weakest spot and it will release there. We want to see an even distribution of medium sized stuff, right? Releasing that pressure, not it being pent up and finally exploding at one certain spot with a just devastating event, all right? So there's certain things we could pray about. We could pray for activity. That's okay to pray for the activity. It it helps relieve the pressure. We got to relieve the pressure somehow. Okay. We just need certain areas less populated, relief valves along the way helping. We need earthquakes in tandem, releasing pressure, mid range fives with a small volcanic explosion next to it that doesn't devastate a country, but, small one. VEI 2 or 3, 4, maybe, not too big. But that's okay to have a moderate quake and a moderate volcano eruption relieving pressure, because if we don't start having that kind of activity, it will go cataclysmic. Okay? This is a managing an unmanageable situation. So we got to manage it the best we can, right? And I'm trying to help you guys understand what to possibly expect next. Okay, and this is a very valuable map. It doesn't update every hour like all the other maps and stuff do, but it's a very vital tool, especially at this time right now. Okay, these are all the different ones going off. This is www.volcanodiscovery.com. All right. Currently erupting volcanoes. Volcano Discovery. You see it up there, right? Okay. If you want to come over to this and peek at it, that way you can see these small little names a little better and pronounce them. I don't have the time, the patience, or the focus much anymore to pronounce all of them correctly, so it doesn't matter. You can see them on the map. That's why I got the map instead of just a list of names, because the map puts it more into perspective. I need this map so I can refer back to earthquakes, the gas, as well as the earthquakes, as well as the volcanoes in a certain region. Okay? So now this will be included in a report when we need to reference it. Okay? And I'll try to remember to put the link in the description to this. Okay? I am very tired and exhausted, but I still push on. All right, so like I was saying, the ones in this region, I'm expecting. Okay, um, something else that might surprise that right in this area. Okay, it's far away. It's way down the chain, but don't be surprised if this area goes off right there. It can jump, it can leapfrog, it can bypass stuff. If this is under pressure and it's still spewing and it can't spew out the new pressure coming in, it will bypass that and move down the line, right? So say these are all busy erupting right now and this new wave of pressure comes in, but they can't spew out the lava fast enough, it will bypass that and continue on until it finds the most easiest spot along the chain to release that pressure, right? So if you have plugged up volcanoes that won't pop, it'll jump. All right. Anyways, I think that's my cue to wrap it up, maybe. Um, you see our little wave is coming out here, and it's just going to clip the earth. Just tad. So that we dodged a huge bullet right there, because that would cause a lot more earthquakes and a lot more energy going to the core, right? Oh, here we go. Let's go back to the Schumann real quick. Let's see if we can get this to refresh and get another stripe in there, maybe. Oh, there it did refresh a little bit, and it looks like it's tapering off here a little bit, actually. Let me do this for you guys. Because when we started this, we were in the middle of the second streak, and you can see at the very end it's kind of tapering off. So this screeching event looks like it was a short duration one. Hopefully we'll come out the back side, spinning forward in reverse, and still producing a magnetic field that protects us. Here is the CME that they're reporting on, okay? They're saying here's the eruption site. Well, the object passed by the sun. This is where it ripped the plasma off of the sun. The sun didn't erupt here. This is where the magnetic attachment ripped the plasma off that zone. The sun didn't burp out a CME. It was magnetically ripped off the surface. And they can't see it yet. But you guys can. It says an eruption in the northeast quadrant early Thursday morning hurled a coronal mass ejection into space. So far, it appears to be headed mostly away from Earth. More updates regarding this event whenever necessary. So, mostly away from Earth, which we saw on the thing. That's, thank God. There it is right there. 1.8 solar flare. Okay, and that's an electromagnetic discharge caused by the two objects interfacing. Okay, that's what that is. It's an electromagnetic discharge. The X flare, the M flare, is the electromagnetic discharge of the magnetic field of those objects interacting with the sun's magnetic field. Okay, and a little spark jumps off. Just like running your feet across the carpet and touching the light switch. Bing! That we covered. I'm still kind of... We need to update this or something, dude. This is too quiet. there should be a lot more red dots on this. So I guess maybe good old Earth is taking a... She's asleep right now. Shh. Don't wake her up. She's sleeping. I want to come over to this forecast real quick. So, everybody be on high alert today as this storm comes through. That's not what we really need. We need Venture Sky. I just pulled this up real quick. You guys are hanging out, so we can do this again. Thunderstorms. Let's pull it on over. Get the cape off of there. Go to the lifted index. Okay, here's your lifted indexes for right now. Okay, and it's already stretching and reaching up towards the this Tennessee, Virginia, South Carolina, or North Carolina area. Okay, that's right now. Yep. So that's your lifted index already reaching up there. All right. Let's just look at the Cape real quick. All right, the Cape real quick is still mostly down here in Florida, but I want you to see later on in the day how it reaches up. This is all the potential energy right here. Is reaching up out in the water, but then it doubles back. See this wind pushing it back around, and by 8 p.m. East Coast time, there's going to be some pretty good Cape values here off the here around Greenville, Raleigh, Fayetteville, Jacksonville. All right, that whole area right there. I forgot I was too far in there. All right. So, Raleigh, Greenville, Jacksonville, Wilmington, this area at 8 p.m. is going to have a lot of potential Cape in that area, all right? That's the tornado juice. The helicity is the rotation potential is also in that area, all right? Just around the Birmingham, supposedly to this instrument, okay? So routes around here, we have potential, a lot of Cape potential and rotation potential, all right? Here, up here is where we have a lot more rotation potential. This is helicity, all right? This is your vortex potential, all right, all up and through this area right here, okay? And you can see why, because this wind's coming back off the coast and whipping into this low pressure system that's spinning right here. Oh, the radar. There we go. Now to the radar. This is current right now. I do believe, right? Yeah. Okay, that is our current radar for this area. Remember, we have all that Cape potential and stuff for this area today. No, that's blinding it. I'll go kind of like that. What's going on here? All right. See all the winds coming in and adding to this, all right? Let's jump ahead a little bit here. That's going to be 8 a.m. So 11 a.m. in that time frame for them. Then you see back up in here. This is 2 p.m., 5 p.m., and here we go at the end of convection with possible thunderstorms and stuff around Baltimore, Washington. See the lightning in here? Alright, so at the end of convection, possible in this area. Definitely possible in this area. Okay. This is Cleveland, Akron. Okay. So as we pull back, you see those are our spots right there. We're going to be back down here with this line that has moved through Houston, or moved through Texas by then. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. So let's go back to where we are now. This is current, and I want to watch the development in Texas. Boom. Okay. Alright, here we go. At like 5 p.m. around Dallas, just outside of there. And then by the end of convection here in Dallas. Let's go, Brian. Come on. There we go. You see the squall line of thunderstorms right there. That is going to be concerning. That's where we might see our pop-up thunderstorms. Again, with Waco, Tyler, that whole area, Dallas, that just got the other day, dodged a bullet. A few little touchdowns, but okay, that's going to move into Texas tonight as well. So we got the East Coast and Texas under the gun tonight. Alright, and that'll be right about there. Should be 11, about 11 o'clock at night. So this is going to be a slow developing event, but it will develop here in Texas tonight. And by 1 in the morning, it should be off the coast. For Texas, there's still this up here too that could still continue through the night. You see that up in there? So that will continue to grow. Let's go back over to this. I want to refresh this. Lord, let me refresh this sucker. I want to see if there's an updated now. Okay, so here we are. Let's start right here. This is our current conditions right now. And Virginia, West Virginia, heading up towards Pennsylvania. Boom. That's going to be 1, 2 in the afternoon. That's the end of the convection. Okay, here's that event down in Texas. The end of convection in here. It doesn't show too much thunderstorms, but remember I showed you all the Cape values and stuff. I don't think that's taking into account for that. And then by 1 in the morning on the 28th through the midnight hours, here Texas is going to go blossom. It'll move off the coast by in the morning. 7 in the morning, it should be gone and out of there. But then you see this still up in there. This gathers strength and comes right at the panhandle of Florida, April 29th. That's 5. This is the end of convection now on April 29th, right here. So watch out there. Watch out up here. Swear this thing doesn't look correct, but we will watch what it has for us. Alabama now. Back here, we got another low forming. Late night on the 29th in the wee hours of the morning going into April 30th. Here we are, April 30th. This is the day where big impact from the sun. That if it goes like that off the coast and misses the land, you guys are so lucky. And I pray that that's what happens. It misses most of it. Here you see some of this energy going up still up into New York. That's 11. That's going to be 1, 2 in the morning. 1, 2 in the morning, East Coast, April 30th. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And it just, wow. 1, 2 in the morning, East Coast, April 30th. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And it just, wow. 1, 2 in the morning, East Coast, April 30th. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And it just, wow. 1, 2 in the morning, East Coast, April 30th. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And it just, wow. What a monster. We'll go backwards. So this little low joins up with this low, becomes the tail. Boom. Goes right up the East Coast. Bam. Huh. Couldn't have been a better setup. It's like a wind up and a pitch. Okay, so East Coast, hold on tight. You guys are about to get your asses handed to you. I hate to put it that way, but that does not look very promising. And the rest of this looks very, very warped and twisted. What the heck was that? All right, I'm going to put this in play. And watch after our main storm. This one connects with this. All right, that blows out after the 30th. Now watch what happens after this. You see that low try to form and then just die out? And then this one gets all smashed, but a little tail streaks away from it. Yeah, that's some weird weather right there. That did not look normal. Alright, well, so there was that. And what else was there? Alright, one more time. Oh yeah, let's go play this. Ooh, excuse me. Do you guys sleep? I don't. I'm lucky if you do. It's too painful to sleep. I can't wait. It takes me hours to find a comfortable position. This is the hail that is just going to be getting bigger and bigger and getting more and more intense and more violent. Pretty soon you'll dread the hailstorm more than a tornado because it will pulverize everything. Look how dark those clouds are. We're seeing 4-inch hail right now. Mike was saying we'll see a big jump in that, which I agree we will. And I'm estimating up to 7-inch in diameter because we're already seeing 4. And at the rate it's accelerating from 1 inch to 4, that's 3 inches in diameter. It accelerated that quickly. The other 3 inches from 4 to 7 is not much more of a gap. So we're going to be seeing some very violent hail. This is just a prelude to what we're going to see. Hang on real quick. I'll be right back. Are you getting Okay, I think that might be where I just kind of wrap things up anyway. So, we're having these violent hailstorms. Let me explain something to you about the weather, too. These hailstones all start with one little particle. It takes a particle of dust for the raindrop to adhere to, right? The more volcanic explosions we have going up into the air, come on. The more volcanic explosions we have and ash coming out of them and going into the air puts more particulates in the air for the water to cling to, causing more rain, more water to fall from the sky because it has more particulates to attach to. So that's why you will be seeing, where'd it go, turkey? More hail. Come on. Anyways, you'll be seeing more hail. The updrafts that keep the hail aloft, the winds are increasing. So you will see updrafts increasing, which keep the hail aloft longer. The longer it stays aloft, the bigger it gets. The faster the wind, the longer and higher it goes. So as our wind speeds increase, we will have these hailstones forming. They will have help by all the particulates in the air, as well as every storm will have more rain in it because there's more moisture being evaporated up into the air. The air is holding more water and it has more particulates to cling on to as well. So you are going to see a doubling of water coming out of the sky because of volcanoes and because the ocean's heating up and that water evaporating, turning into water vapor, and then coming back down. So these volcanoes have multiple consequences. Okay, puts more particulates up there for the water to cling to, and now we're going to the air can hold more water. All right. So when you see events like this, that's why these thunderstorms are getting bigger and bigger and stronger because the air can hold more water. We're having higher winds pushing more water even higher. That creates bigger hailstones. So, tornadoes, hail, high winds. Okay, everybody be on alert in Texas today, and we'll keep an eye on what happens here on the East Coast. This is being a little iffy. These models don't agree a lot. So, what these models don't have that we do is the power of prayer to change this shit. Okay? We have the power of prayer to help moderate this at least. Alright? So that's about all I got for tonight. I'm getting tired. I have to probably take a hot shower and lay down for a few minutes to at least let my body catch up. So, yeah, that's gonna be it. I want you guys to keep your heads on a swivel. We have this big energy that has not scrubbed off yet. We had this little taste, 5.7. That's our one quake since this big volley. That's a good sign of scrubbing off, mid 5 range energy. I like that. I like the sight of that as opposed to a big quake. And if we do have a big quake in this region, you could possibly see a tsunami with it. Okay, so everybody just be vigilant in your prayers, vigilant in what you do in your observations. Keep your head on a swivel as far as weather, nearby volcanoes to where you live, possible earthquakes in your zone or wherever. Okay, so that's it for tonight. I swear, because I have to get a little rest. And as soon as I get back up, I will be all over this and the events that have unfolded in the next couple hours. Yeah, that's all I got. I love y'all. God bless y'all. See you soon.